It started as a whisper. A single flash of light on countless phone screens, and within minutes, it became the most shocking live broadcast in Chinese entertainment history. At precisely 8:08 p.m., two silhouettes appeared beneath a cascade of white petals. The faint melody of a piano drifting through the stream. The camera trembled slightly, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Millions of fans watching from around the globe suddenly froze. Was this a scene from a new drama? Or was it real? The live chat was chaos. Is that Wang Yibo? Wait, Xiao Zhan, this has to be fake. Yet, as the camera zoomed in, there's no denying it. It was them. Wang Yibo, in a tailored white suit with a single red rose pinned to his lapel. Xiao Zhan, dressed in soft ivory silk, eyes trembling with emotion. No cameras from production crews. No logos, no script. Just two men standing side by side, hands clasped, before a small crowd of witnesses whose faces the audience could not see clearly. The title flashing at the bottom of the live stream read only 6 words, Live Wedding, no rehearsal, no script. In seconds, every platform imploded. Weibo crashed under the weight of reposts. TikTok's algorithm broke into chaos. The hashtag Yibo Xiao Zhan wedding surpassed 10 million mentions in under 8 minutes. Twitter's top trends turned into one endless ocean of disbelief, love, and outrage. Fans screamed in disbelief, "This can't be happening, they're acting." Right, someone tell me this is a movie trailer, but the screen spoke for itself. The officiant, a calm female voice, began to speak in Mandarin. Today, they're not as fans, not as viewers, but as witnesses to truth long hidden. For years, the names Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan had been linked, partners in fame since The Untamed. The drama that defined a generation. Their chemistry on screen had sparked endless rumors, denied, silenced, or dismissed by their agencies. Yet, tonight, for an audience of millions, the boundary between fiction and reality seemed to shatter. Xiao Zhan turned slightly, voice trembling. They said it was just a story. Maybe it was. But we lived it. Wang Yibo smiled, that small and smile fans had memorized, and replied softly. Then let's stop pretending it's fiction, the words echoed, sending the chat into a wildfire. Emojis flooded the screen, crying faces, broken hearts, fireworks, and disbelief. Ceremony itself was minimalistic, intimate, but every second felt cinematic. The venue, rumored to be a private garden in Hangzhou, was surrounded by candlelight and gentle mist. No extravagant decorations. Just thousands of white lilies in a backdrop of the moon reflected on a still lake. Every detail felt deliberate, symbolic. Fans who zoomed in on screenshots noticed the same silver bracelets both men had worn years ago during a fan event. They kept them all this time. Someone commented, and the words went viral instantly. As they exchanged vows, the atmosphere turned ethereal. For every year of silence, for every rumor we couldn't speak against, Xiao Zhan said, voice cracking, we offer today our truth. Wang Yibo nodded, holding his hand firmly. For every moment they called it fake, for every time they told us to hide, this is our answer. Tears streamed down Xiao Zhan's face as he whispered, I never thought we'd get here. Wang Yibo reached up, wiped the tears away, and whispered something barely audible but perfectly caught by the microphone, we always would. The crowd around them, rumored to include a few castmates from The Untamed and close friends, erupted into quiet applause. There was no screaming, no chaos. Just a collective silence of awe. As if everyone there understood that this wasn't just a ceremony, it was a declaration. Online, chaos was the only word that fit. Thousands of fan pages simultaneously declared victory, heartbreak, or disbelief. Is this an art project? Some asked. Trolling the media, others, however, simply cried. Waited 4 years for this. One comment read, and it's real. While entertainment reporters scrambled for confirmation, news outlets tried to contact both studios, only to receive an automated reply, we have no comment at this time. That silence only fueled the madness. Theories multiplied, some claiming the broadcast was hacked, others insisting it was part of a larger statement about freedom, equality, and authenticity in the entertainment industry. In an hour, the live stream had reached over 90 million viewers. Clips circulated showing the moment they exchanged rings, simple platinum bands engraved with each other's initials. When they kissed, It wasn't long. But it was unmistakably real. Gasps echoed through millions of devices. This isn't acting anymore. One fan whispered through tears in a TikTok reaction video that itself gained 12 million views in an hour. The comment section became a battlefield. Fans rejoiced, saying, "Love wins." Finally, others called it career suicide. But no one could deny the power of the moment, two of the most influential figures in modern Chinese entertainment standing together, defying every boundary the industry had built around them. And the ceremony reached its end. The officiant said, "You may now make your truth visible." Wang Yibo turned to Xiao Zhan and said softly, "No longer your characters." Xiao Zhan smiled through his tears and replied, "We are ourselves." And in that instant, they leaned forward and sealed their vows with a kiss that froze time itself. The screen flooded with hearts and fireworks. Then, suddenly, the stream cut to black. Full minute, viewers stared at their devices in silence, uncertain if it had truly ended or if something had gone wrong. Then, a final message appeared in white text against a black background. "Thank you for watching Love Become Real." Social media went nuclear. Major networks from Seoul to Los Angeles ran emergency coverage. CNN Asia called it the most unexpected cultural moment of the decade. Within hours, every online platform was flooded with clips, screenshots, analyses, even slow-motion replays. Digital artists turned the moment into tributes. Painters captured it in oils. And fans worldwide gathered in streaming rooms to cry, laugh, and scream together. But as the world celebrated, a small group of insiders whispered another truth, that this wasn't planned for publicity. That what the cameras didn't show was far more complicated. Because while the live stream had ended, the real story behind that night was just beginning. Somewhere in that dimly lit garden, as the last candle flickered out, two men sat quietly, their hands still intertwined, not as idols, not as actors, but as human beings who had finally chosen honesty over fame. The internet might have exploded, but for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, the world had finally gone silent, and in that silence, they were free. The live stream had ended barely an hour ago. The world had already changed. Screens across Asia still flickered with replay clips. Hashtags burned through the internet like wildfire. And a single question echoed across every platform: was it real? At 9:09 p.m., the first official report came in from a Korean news outlet, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, wedding confirmed, within minutes. Major Western media picked it up. CNN Asia called it a cultural earthquake. Rolling Stone's entertainment editor posted, "Real or performance art? This moment has already rewritten fandom history." In China, Weibo servers crashed for the third time that night. Fans flooded every platform with disbelief, love, rage, and panic. Some screamed that their idols had been hacked. Others declared, "We always knew." The hashtag Yibo Xiao Zhan marriage reached 1.3 billion views before midnight, breaking every previous record in the platform's history. In the hours following the ceremony, the chaos extended beyond the internet. Video executives, PR teams, and sponsors scrambled behind closed doors. The agencies representing both stars issued short, identical statements. "We have no comment regarding our artists' personal matters." But silence, in this storm, only fueled the fire. Anonymous insiders began speaking to entertainment blogs, claiming that the event had been planned in secret for weeks. One production assistant allegedly said, "Told us it was a private art project. No one realized it was an actual wedding until the moment they said I do." Another insider revealed that the live stream wasn't hosted on any corporate platform. It was a direct peer-to-peer broadcast, traced to an encrypted source in Hangzhou. Meanwhile, brands associated with both actors began pulling advertisements temporarily. Gucci, one of their joint sponsors, released a cautious statement praising authentic self-expression. Without mentioning names, fans interpreted it as subtle support, sparking yet another wave of emotional posts. And yet, behind the hysteria, something hauntingly beautiful about the world's reaction. In Seoul, Tokyo, Bangkok, and Los Angeles, fans gathered in real-time watch parties. Some cried together, played the recording on giant screens, lighting candles as if attending a vigil for love itself. One viral tweet from a fan in Manila read, "For years, we've fought to prove their chemistry wasn't fake. Tonight, the truth proved itself." By sunrise, international journalists were outside Hangzhou, tracing rumors about the wedding venue. Locals described seeing a small convoy of black vans earlier that day. No one knew who they were, said one gardener near the lake. But when the fireworks started, we heard someone playing a piano piece, very soft, very sad. Inside the entertainment world, aftershocks were even greater. Directors who once worked with the duo refused to comment publicly. But one anonymous filmmaker confessed to Phoenix Weekly, they were never acting. Everyone on set knew something was real between them. Just that no one dared to say it. Former crew members from The Untamed began sharing behind-the-scenes memories. One stylist wrote on Weibo, they would joke between takes, then go quiet when the cameras stopped. The kind of silence only people in love share. The post was deleted within minutes, but screenshots had already spread everywhere. In the midst of the media chaos, fans began piecing together clues from years past. Matching bracelets, shared vacations, glances during interviews that once seemed meaningless. A fragment of the past 5 years was reinterpreted under a new light. They told us to stop imagining, one fan wrote. But maybe it wasn't imagination at all. By the second day, state-run tabloids began taking notice. Some criticized the irresponsibility of blurring reality and performance. Others condemned the violation of social norms. The audience was no longer listening. In the public's eyes, this was not scandal, it was liberation. Still, the silence from both Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan was deafening. Neither appeared online. Neither made a statement. Their last image, the kiss under white petals, was the only thing left to interpret. Then, on the third night, something unexpected happened. A short, unverified clip surfaced online. It showed Wang Yibo walking down a quiet Hangzhou street, wearing a mask and a baseball cap. When asked by a fan if the wedding was real, he simply smiled and replied, "It was true for us." The clip was deleted minutes later. Quote had already gone viral. International media seized on those words. The Guardian wrote, if authentic. That single line, "true for us," might become one of the most important phrases in modern celebrity culture. Vogue China published an opposite the editorial page titled "Love is no script," calling the event a protest wrapped in tenderness. The glamour, however, insiders whispered about panic inside both management agencies. Contracts worth millions hung in uncertainty. Some variety shows reportedly removed their names from future lineups. And yet, despite the tension, public support only grew. LGBTQ+ groups across Asia began using Love Is's script as a symbol of hope. The story had outgrown celebrity gossip, it had become a social movement. Family members began to speak, cautiously but with warmth. A close relative of Xiao Zhan was quoted anonymously, "We didn't know when or how he would tell the world. But if he's happy, then that's enough." Someone close to Wang Yibo echoed, "He's always been quiet. I've never seen him this peaceful." Among fans, the atmosphere was surreal. Some printed wedding posters and held impromptu celebrations in shopping malls, lighting candles beneath screens replaying the kiss. Defended them online against waves of criticism, turning every insult into a message of resilience. As love trended, so did fear. Certain conservative commentators accused the pair of undermining traditional values. Some online platforms began restricting hashtags related to the ceremony. Entire fan accounts disappeared overnight. The harder the censorship tried to erase it, the louder it grew. An investigative journalist from Singapore wrote, "This is no longer about two actors. It's about the power of truth in a system built on illusion." Days later, a leaked email surfaced, allegedly from one of the event coordinators. It contained a poetic message written by Xiao Zhan himself, dated 3 weeks before the live event. "They say we should hide until we're forgotten. Love isn't meant to survive in shadows. If the cost of honesty is everything, then everything is a fair price." The message spread like wildfire. Skeptics fell silent. And then came the final twist. On the 7th day after the wedding stream, a mysterious account posted a 10-second video titled "Final Frame." It showed Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan sitting side by side in a darkened room, candles flickering between them. No words. Just a soft piano melody in the background, the same tune played during their vows. At the end, white text faded onto the screen. "We are still here." That was all. No signatures, no confirmation. Just that single sentence. By the next morning, Every news outlet on Earth had covered it. Called it performance art. Others called it rebellion. Most simply called it love. Hangzhou, tourists continued to visit the lakeside garden rumored to be their wedding site. The white lilies remained there, untouched. Locals began calling it the Garden of Silence. No one knows where Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan went after that night. Their social media accounts remain inactive. Their management has declined every interview. But for millions who watched the live stream, their story transcended the need for explanation. Because in an industry built on illusions, had chosen the one thing that couldn't be scripted, truth. Their kiss wasn't just a scene. It was an act of defiance. A promise whispered not only to each other, to every person watching, that love, no matter how impossible, can still find its way through the noise. And as the dust settled, fans began to write their own endings. Tragedy, but of triumph. They didn't ask for confirmation anymore. They didn't need it. Because somewhere, behind the lens and away from the cameras, Yibo and Xiao Zhan had already chosen their version of forever, and the world, whether ready or not, had witnessed it unfold in real time. In the end, the live stream wasn't just an event. It was a revolution disguised as a wedding. As one viral comment perfectly put it, they didn't break the internet. They rebuilt it with love.